What up, guys? We are Gas Texas Rapper. We are talking about my relationships and how things go. And we know we're gonna have jackasses on YouTube. But I want to tell you something. What's going on here? And I want everybody to know when I'm in a relationship. I remember going to Newman Smith High School in Carrollton, and I remember having an evaluation done, and it's talk about what I'm good at and what I'm not good at. And these things sometimes will apply, but I don't want the state of Texas dumb stuff. Is what I'm good at and what I'm not good at. And sometimes it was blocks, it was different things. It was more good at my hands than more. But that's not the reason why I was talking about it. I didn't let that stop me. Just because you doing stuff with your hands and they do that evaluation with your hand, that don't mean nothing because your ability able to be pushed forward. No, just because I'm saying I'm good at this doing stuff with my hands more, working patterns with my hand, with my evaluation. But we also talked about in that meeting when I first went to Newman Smith, we talked about um I can't could change everything that's going on in the world. But I also when I talked about the world, I didn't like what's going on in the world. And she was like, the lady at Newman Smith High School in Carrollton was like, we can't change what happens in the world. But I know I can't change. If I can't change that, I can change my life. I can control the way I want my life to be. And I always had that mentality where I can control my life and do what I want to do. So that's the maintaining. Buzzcats, we ain't worried about YouTube and how stubborn YouTube is. Thank y'all. We've been networking for a long time. And state of Texas been sleeping on God and been sleeping on America. And I wanna say this, believe in the yellow breezy shit and trap boy fellowship. That's not even a problem. Book Tucker's in the situation too. Sometimes. But we ain't even worried about those things. But the thing is this. Um and other people that just selfish behavior, then the mayor put me in a tough situation. The little line situation put me in a tough situation. But that's not the thing is. When I am in a relationship, after we did that, everybody wanted to live in the moment. I want to plan in the moment in my relationships. And when I'm a teenager and I'm doing this stuff, let's get high and I get drunk, let's do this. Let's plan in the moment. Let's plan these steps. How can we can be successful as we go? And I had the will from Sabina one time, and she said, "Oh, I don't want to know your future self, but my future self have always been important to me." And she had a little attitude one time. I remember that about her, Sabina. But my future self always been important to me, and I think that was more of the important thing where I always had that great with my future self. My future self always been important to me. So um, it's just not about those things for me. So we plan as we go, and people don't want to live like that. So and that's the thing right there. I plan as I go and as I get there. Another thing with that situation is where I think different than everybody as a teenager, and I still think different. My strategy is different. My mindset is different. One dude and the other dude was jealous, and I was like, the kids walking past the day acting jealous. And I said, I can't worry about you. I can't worry about the things that you do and all of that, because this is bigger than you. But as we see they doing sneaky stuff, see we work this shit getting on my nerves, man. To find these little damn tax dollars. And I'm getting tired of it. It's pissing me more off. It's pissing me more off in this motherfucker. You don't get it. I'm not getting married. Look, what the fuck I'm getting married for? It pissed me the fuck off. They really pushing. I got something for their ass. These businesses, oh boy, I got something for them. What's going on? They pushing their luck. What else? What else? Don't worry about it. Just a lot of it's shit that happened with the Texas Attorney General. What he did to me in the Dallas Mall, and it still got a little sneakiness that's going on in this situation. And I'm not getting married, but the thing is this: I want to tell people, me having a more of an understanding of myself and able to understand those things. But I always wanted to plan in the moment. And people wasn't thinking ahead of me. Me being 14, 15 years old, and I'm working at 15, and one thing I can't have one thing I talk with my brother, I can't be the only one that's strong. And none of the women I've been with have not been strong. They have not been strong, and they let people intimidate them. They let words affect them, and I need somebody that's strong, and I haven't had that in my life, and that's the most important thing. What I want in my life, I haven't had a woman that's strong. But another thing, I had conversation with people where I'm single, and I try to highlight them, and they turn me down. But I know now they need to be where they need to be at. They don't need to step over boundary any. And like I had to apologize to one of my brother friends, right? I had to apologize to one of my brother friends, and what I really had to do is female friend because I went at her the wrong way, and I told her I'm sorry for coming at you like that. I know that you were supposed to be in your place for a reason. We don't supposed to match together. So I wish her the best, and I know you're supposed to be a friend or whatever that is. You stay where you at. You stay where you need to be at in my life. That's your place in my life as a friend and as my brother friend. You don't have to hang out with me. You don't have to do none of those things. But that's your place as my brother friend. And I'm kind of happy with those things. I'm kind of happy with that. You my brother friend. You stay where you at, and I have my own life, and I think that's going to be in a more beautiful way where I'm going to be doing things in a more of a determined way. So I just think people should be where they're supposed to be at. And I think things happen for a reason when people reject you in a relationship. It's the same thing with Dylan Miller lied on me. Let me tell you something. With Walmart, Dylan Miller. One person denied me and decided to lie and set me up for racism. That's one person. And that's with Doug McMillan. The other CEOs I don't got a problem with. But one racist Doug McMillan in the Justice Department, and I told the FBI, they're going to figure out one racist, stubborn man, one person that was racist. And now he used my ideas. And I haven't realized the Justice Department said, we'll call you. But I told the Justice Department, I don't want to meet him in court. Doug Miller, Walmart CEO. I don't want to meet him in court. I want my money from you for my ideas for the vans. I think Trump knows it and Obama and them knows it. He knows it. Trump already knows it. He already know he took the van ideas, and it's a matter of time until everything come to light. So he's meeting with Joe Biden. There's a reason why Joe Biden told me to spread my ideas around. There's a reason why he did that. So I really want to hear. It's not about the largest food retail. You can have the largest food retail, but let me tell you, without customer service and treating your customer, and y'all, people need to step up about that because if you talking about that's all people care about the prices. What about the respect of as a customer? You getting treated with respect, and that's the most problem thing. We keep thinking about, and we just keep thinking about, and we keep thinking about those things. How can we understand it if we keep thinking about those things, right? See, I'm gonna tell you, I made a big impact around the world with people, and Justice Department gonna be able to see that. You know, I made a big impact. I'm just not talking about just winning their hearts in that situation, but that's them. Other people, I made a big pack. Let me tell you, I made a big pack across the world with other people, man. And I think that's really that I look at that is real important when you make that big impact from 2019 and you make an impact on people and make an impact around the world and everybody on Instagram invited me, not just the CEOs, every employee, like everybody, man. And I came up with the idea, like came up with more ideas. And I can talk about it, but I'm gonna tire myself out more when I already talked about it with people. If I was a Walmart CEO and if I in any American business, I'll let you put $20 into your pay raise, into your pay raise. So I have to pay you every time you put money into your pay raise. You'll be getting money every time you put into your pay raise. And your full time, say if I want to put full time, put $10 and $20 into my full time, right? Full time payments, full time employee, right? I get 40/40. So I'm going to actually increase. Walmart and other businesses going to give you $10. That's going to be a $10 full time wage for full time employees. So $10 they're going to be making 50, 40/40. 50/50 is full time. And also I'm allow you to put money into your full time. So an average American, a Walmart employee could be making $100 an hour. You can stop it at any time, right? You can stop it at any time because when you stop it at any time, when I was working at Walmart, I put $5 into my stocks. You should be able to do that in your pay raise. All right. An average American could be making $100 an hour. $100, 200 by putting into your full-time wage and your pay raise. All right, by the time I give you that $10 for full-time and you putting $20 into your full-time, you can be at $100 for putting in. And Walmart allow you to do it. Walmart got to allow you to put, all right, I'm giving you $10 and I'm also, that's 50/50. I'm also letting you put $10 or $20 into your full-time wages, full-time payments. Your full-time, that's 50. That you can be making that go up anytime if you're in a Walmart corporation. An average American would be getting paid. Walmart will pay you $100 if you able to put in those things. So that means Doug Miller and everybody have to pay you what you put into your full time. So an average Walmart employee right now, a Walmart employee right there, right now, right now, a Walmart employee right now. So if I was a Walmart employee, right, and I'm putting $20 in my pay raise every time, and I'm making 50, and I'm putting $20 in there right now, full time, I can be at $100 and $200 as a full-time employee making $100 an hour for putting in my full-time pay raise. Imagine that go up to 100 an hour. You're making 100 an hour. All right, at a Walmart. And I have to pay you on what you put in your full-time. Also, what you put in your pay time. So I would have to pay you for what you put in. An average Walmart employee, I already signed stuff already, and everything else. So imagine you able to do that. An average Walmart employee that just getting paid 40, you'll be making 50 and plus what you put in. And your full-time benefits will go up. Your full-time wage will go up every time because you're putting in there. You understanding that meaning? You understanding that meaning of what you are doing? Shoot, I could be making $100 or something as an agent, without them even giving it to me, because you allowed me to put in my full time, and you have to pay me. Imagine that happen. Imagine that it happened, and Walmart asked you that y'all do that, and you get 50 an hour. And all you do is gotta show up at work, and you gotta show up. That means also your your thing would increase. Your what that is, your vacation hour will increase. No, when I cut Raymond off, when I cut Raymond off, he used to cash out. The Walmart let you cash out. You use it at your money or you use it at your full time. So whatever you want to do, cash out and do those things. So I even came up with a thing. We getting on YouTube now, and we're every Walmart employee at home, each little store, each Walmart store now, each employee that's working from home for Walmart, a local van is going to drop a product off, and you're going to sell that product. They're going to be teaming up with YouTube. And what they're going to be doing, what Walmart is going to be doing, you're going to have the store number, you're going to have your badge number, and you're going to go live on YouTube, and you're going to sell a product. So every YouTube is going to expand from home. Corporate office is going to set up your YouTube channel. They're going to set up, it's going to have your local office, your home office, it's going to have everything. Everything with Walmart. Your name is going to be at your badge number. Your store manager is going to be put up the store location. It's going good. How you doing? It's going good. How you doing, Berkeley? Everything is going to go up as that, as a Walmart thing. So each employee will be able to go on YouTube and go broadcast live and be able to talk to people and sell a product. Once the product sells, the van will come back and pick it up. Thank you. You look lovely today. You too, beautiful. How you doing? I gotta come on your podcast and see what you're doing. And look at that beautiful face more. I gotta just stop seeing a picture. So yeah, guys, that's what we will be doing. If you're a Walmart, you can work from home. But the little truck is gonna be dropping the products off at your house. Gonna be dropping the products off. And they're gonna, after you sell it, and Walmart give you your YouTube channels and set up YouTube channels and do all of that, and all of that, you will be able to go broadcast every little product you do. And this can get more electronic to sell, not just on TV. Everybody coming to the store, interacting with people can be more fun on social media platform and selling the product. And you will be talking to your manager at all times when you're on here to see if you can drop the prices down. So they will have another email if you want to work a deal out with somebody at a Walmart. You will be in contact with your Walmart store manager. With your store manager and corporate as all the time, you will be communicating with each other. So if you want, you would talk to a Walmart representative from the corporate office, each employee, all right, this customer, can we drop this price down for this customer? And this and that. Work with them. It's about working with your customer. When I worked at U-Haul, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I liked it when I worked at U-Haul in Addison. Miss Laura Lee. The tempo at the high is 2 times. At the tempo, your phone, 2 live. All right. All right, let me turn this down. All right. Sorry, guys. Miss Laura Lee understand her customers. You know, when Cedric came in, he was just trying to sell a storage. He really didn't want to work with the customers. But Miss Laura Lee understood what the customer want. And she kind of understand the customers didn't have everything at a certain time. So Miss Laura Lee that relationship that Miss Laura Lee had was great with the customer. And Cedric didn't want to work with the customers like that. And I think that was the main problem. That was the conflict between Miss Laura Lee and Cedric, because of the way that Miss Laura Lee was just had the customers talking to her and understood what the customer wanted. She knows that the customers can put a storage every month at the full price. She worked with them. And I think that was the most fun thing about Miss Laura Lee as an employee. She understood her customers in the storage and she worked with them. And I think Cedric was being a little too greedy, and that's where the problems was causing conflict at. Where that at, and where Laura Lee was willing to work with people. And he was trying to see the storage high. And I think that's where the conflict was at with that situation. And, once Miss Laura Lee left, it wasn't fun for me anymore. And I left because of that. And plus, they cut my hours down. I heard him on a phone call talking about he's still in me. They were trying to get rid of me on the phone call. So they was cutting my hours down. I was going through some stuff there. And one day I walked in, and I walk in U-Haul one morning, and I hear Cedric telling somebody I cut his hours down. He still ain't me. And I don't know who he was talking to on that phone. And I don't want to know now. I really don't want to know. And probably the CEO of U-Haul, because he wanted me to do more. And I don't think that. But they were judging without even giving me a try. So I think that was him on that phone, because he didn't want me to stay in that position. I met him one time, the U-Haul CEO. So I met him one time in Addison. I was working with the Bud Light girls in Addison. I was helping them out and doing everything. I went to a bar with me and my friends. We went and talked to the people in Addison one time, and we went and ate with them. I went to a lot of places that I've been involved in the community. But people tried to take that away from me in 2019, where I didn't have a voice. And me showing everybody my pictures on social media, one of the girls I met at the Addison bar over there, and me and them talked and took pictures. They allowed us to take pictures with them. And I think when other people don't want you to tell your story and they want their story, look what's going on now. And that can be the most conflicted thing that we have up in here, where people want to terrorize you and stop you from having a story. And that can be the most violent thing up in America. So that is the main thing with that situation and how that can be the greater point. But understand this and how we are moving with power and we're moving with basics. And understand these situations. But I analyzed Miss Art. I analyzed when I was working there. I was analyzing Miss Laurie. I analyzed her. I analyzed Brady. I analyzed Cedric. I analyzed Melanie. I analyzed all of them. I was studying them. And also, I was studying Russ where I worked. I seen how he operate when customers need a price match. You got to get this. And I analyze everybody, and people don't realize it. I'm analyzing. I probably be quiet, but I'm analyzing. My thing is to analyze how you work and analyze where in the future where I can get better. Once I study you and I spend time with you, and I realize that where I can get better. I realize what I can get better at. So I studied everybody, and that was the main thing with those situations where you can analyze people like I analyze. I'm analyzing my managers. You know, I had to walk past James' office after he wrote a letter, after I wrote a letter, I'm watching the way he thinks. I'm watching his mindset. And I was analyzing his mindset at that computer. He didn't even know that I passed his office about 5 or 6 times, watching his mindset, just observing his mindset. And he don't even know, like, I wrote that letter and he was typing in about me. I'm studying because you trying to write whatever you think about my handwriting. I know you wrote down more, but I'm gonna study you. And that's what I did with James. I studied. I kept walking past, and I kept observing his mindset, the way he thinks, the way he what he was writing. And I know he was writing more. It was more. This is not about my handwriting. It's about how I do stuff. So I was actually just observing him, and I passed by the room every 5 or 10 minutes after I wrote that letter to him, and I was observing him. So it's the same thing with June. Like he was being racist, man. I said, I'm gonna play. Let me play with him a little bit. Let me say something a little bit. He was actually being racist. June had me in that room being racist. And this Chinese guy that worked for Walmart, he really was being looking at me in my eyes with racism. I say, I just caught you. I just caught your racism act. And I wrote that to the Justice Department. When I worked at 2996, I caught your racism act. So it's like those things. It's like those things. So I was just my thing analyzing and studying people. That's the most important. You're smarter than me at Walmart, but you know I'm analyzing and studying you as I go. So we analyze those situations and we come up in it. But that's the thing I wanted to do. And now I'm gonna take this even further because I got something to do with I got something to do with other people in Paris and London in projects. So I really, I got other things to do, and people are stopping me from progress. So I have gave y'all ideas. I hope y'all love conversating with me on here. I love y'all. Thank y'all for listening. And tell that Atlanta kid, thank him for not acting. I hope I can pass you one day and bless you at that Atlanta airport. I hope I can give you a stack, man. Thank you for not acting. Thank you. He don't even know. If I run into him again, thank you, man. This for you get respect more than these Dallas people do. These Waterburg employees do. I promise you. If I had it, I would give it to him. Let that guy with the twists know something. Let him know. He gonna know who I am if you talk about it. Let him know. I want to bless you, man. And I want God to bless you. Dallas don't know nothing about that. They rather use violence without understanding the meaning about that. So I would say y'all like God bless y'all. God doing that, but I got too much to do. And people are getting in the way of bad misconduct. I got too much to do. So I wanna thank you. But we're gonna go where it all started at, where God started it at. It's only right that I travel to where God started it at.